Hello and welcome back to the Thriftington Post. My name is Lantis, and this week we'll be covering Volgarr the Viking 2. Volgarr the Viking 2 brings back the savage thrill of its predecessor with a vengeance, delivering an experience that stays true to the hardcore roots of retro gaming while introducing enough new elements to keep things fresh. From the moment you pick up your controller, Volgarr the Viking 2 assaults you with brutal yet fair challenges that's rarely seen in modern games. The sequel retains the pixel-perfect platforming and relentless combat of the original, but builds on it with a wider array of weapons, enemies, and level designs. Every enemy encounter is a test of skill and timing, and every level feels like a well-crafted gauntlet designed to push your reflexes to their limits. The game introduces new mechanics such as throwable axes and temporary invincibility power-ups and other things that add layers of strategy to the already intense combat. Boss fights are as epic as ever, requiring pattern memorization, quick reflexes, and a solid strategy to overcome. The art style pays homage to the 16-bit era, but with modern touches that make the game feel like a vibrant, living painting. The environments are beautifully crafted, ranging from desolate wastelands to towering castles, each filled with a rich level of detail. The animation of Volgarr and his enemies is smooth, making every slash, jump, and death feel impactful. The soundtrack is. It perfectly complements the game's atmosphere, blending Viking inspired motifs with heart pounding tracks that drive the action forward. The sound effects are equally well executed, with each weapon swing and enemy defeat satisfying to hear. Volgarr the Viking 2 is not for the faint of heart, though. The game's difficulty is punishing, yet it never feels unfair. The checkpoints are few, and every mistake is costly, but the sense of achievement after conquering a particularly tough level is unparalleled. This is a game that demands precision, patience, and persistence. With multiple paths through each level and secrets galore, Volgarr the Viking 2 offers plenty of reasons to revisit its world. Mastering the game's mechanics and finding all the hidden treasures will keep completionists busy for hours. So, in conclusion, Volgarr the Viking 2 is a triumphant return to form for fans of the old school hardcore platformers of its like. It takes everything that made the original great and builds upon it, creating an experience that's both nostalgically familiar and refreshingly new. If you're up for a challenge and have lots of love for the golden era of gaming, Volgarr the Viking 2 is a must play.